Good day everyone. For today's presentation, we are here to tackle about the principle of speed and accuracy. Principle of speed and accuracy. Motor skills can be divided into those that demand both speed and accuracy. Some skills require both, such as fastball pitching, soccer penalty kicks, and rapid piano playing, where quick execution must be balanced with precision. And those that demands accuracy but do not demand strict speed, such as sewing a needle or inserting a key into a keyhole, where rushing may lead to mistakes. A common characteristics of these skills is the speed-accuracy trade-off, such as that attention to speed decreases accuracy and attention to accuracy decreases speed, meaning that an increased focus on speed tends to reduce accuracy, while concentrating on accuracy often results in slower execution. For example, in football, a player who kicks too forcefully may lose control and miss the target, while one who focuses too much on precision may weaken the kick. Similarly, hurriedly inserting a key may cause it to miss the keyhole, while carefully attempt to align it correctly can slow the action. This trade-off is a fundamental to motor control and applies to various activities, from everyday tasks to high-level sports and artistic performances.
Next, the speed. The measure of how fast an object moves or how quickly an action is performed. It is typically defined as the distance traveled per unit of time. Accuracy. How precisely a movement or action reaches its intended target or goal. It measures the closeness of a result to the desired outcome. So, ibig sabihin, speed refers to how fast something can move or operate, and accuracy refers to how close something is to being correct. For example, a basketball player needs to speed to get to the basket quickly, but they also need accuracy to make their shots. So in many cases, speed and accuracy are both important. Sometimes you need to prioritize one over the other. For example, if you are in a hurry, you might be willing to sacrifice some accuracy for speed, but if you are working on a critical task, you might be willing to slow down to ensure accuracy. Fitts law, the logarithmic speed accuracy trade-off. Fitts law predicts the movement time for a situation requiring both speed and accuracy, in which the person must move to a target as quickly and accurately as possible. Fitts law applies to many skills. So, Fitts law reveals a crucial trade-off. Faster movements are less accurate and more accurate movements are slower. This is because aiming for a target involves two phases: an initial fast but imprecise movement followed by a slower, more precise adjustment to reach the target. The smaller the target or the greater the distance, the more pronounced this trade-off becomes. In mathematical terms, Fitts law describes this relationship as MT is the average time taken to complete the movement. A and B are empirically determined constants that depend on the specific task and the user's motor skills. A represents the intercept and B the slope of the line. D is the distance to the target. W is the width of the target. Log 2 represents the base 2 logarithmic.
Linear speed accuracy trade-off, or Smith's law. This study examines a linear speed accuracy trade-off in rapid, precisely time movements, distinguishing it from a commonly observed logarithmic trade-off described by Fitts law. The trade-off follows the equation V equals K1 plus K2 times the fraction of D divided by T, where the D represents the distance between the starting position and the target, while T is the pre-specified movement time, and V is the standard deviation of movement distance. Unlike Fitts law, which applies to general aim movements, this linear relationship is found in tasks that require strict timing. Sample of the linear speed accuracy trade-off can be seen in professional drumming. Drumming playing at high speed must strike each drum precisely with a tight timing window. They try to play faster, their accuracy in hitting the exact drum and timing the beats correctly tends to decrease. On the other hand, If they slow down, they can be more precise, but they may fail to maintain the required rhythm. In this case, the trade-off follows a linear relationship because the drummer must balance speed and precision with a strict time frame. The faster they play, the more likely they are to miss a beat or hit the wrong drum, demonstrating how accuracy declines predictability as speed increases.
3 types of condition: movement brevity or shorter movements. If movement brevity were the primary factor, shorter movements would lead to a linear trade-off between speed and accuracy. For example, think of a time typing test. You have a fixed time limit, regardless of the length of the text or the difficulty of the words. You might need to type faster than usual, potentially leading to more errors. Feedback deprivation or lack of visual feedback. Feedback deprivation were the determining factor. Eliminating visual feedback would lead to a linear speed-accuracy trade-off. For example, imagine trying to type on a keyboard with the screen turned off. You'd have to rely on muscle memory and touch, making the task much more challenging and error-prone. Number 3, temporal precision or preset movement duration. If a specified movement duration were the cause requiring precise timing would result in a linear speed-accuracy relationship. For example, in a user interface, placing frequently used buttons closer to the user's starting point or organizing elements for more efficient navigation can reduce the distance of movements, leading to faster interaction.
There are 2 types of accuracy: the spatial accuracy and the temporal accuracy. Spatial accuracy is the type of accuracy required of aiming movements for which the spatial position of the movement's endpoint is important to the performance. Spatial accuracy refers to the precision of a movement in reaching a specific location or target. When performing an action that requires aiming, the exact position where the movement ends is crucial for success. In such cases, even a small deviation from the intended target can negatively impact performance. Example, in archery, an archer must aim to hit the center of the target. The spatial position of the arrow's landing point determines whether the shot is successful. If the arrow lands too far from the center, the accuracy is poor and the score is lower. Similarly, in golf, a player must strike the ball so that it lands as close as possible to the hole, emphasizing spatial accuracy. In summary, spatial accuracy is critical for tasks where the exact end position of a movement directly affects the performance, such as throwing a dart, shooting a basketball, or placing a needle in a small opening. Next, temporal accuracy or timing accuracy is the type of accuracy required of rapid movement in which accuracy of the movement time is important to the performance. Temporal accuracy, also known as timing accuracy, refers to how precisely a movement is performed at the correct moment. In activities that require rapid movements, the exact timing of the action is more important than the specific location where the movement ends. A slight delay or premature action can negatively affect performance. Example, in baseball, a batter must swing at the right moment to make contact with the ball. Even if the bat's position is correct, mistiming the swing by a fraction of a second can result in missing the ball. Similarly, in music, a drummer must hit the drum at the exact beat to maintain rhythm. If the beat is too early or too late, the entire performance can be disrupted. In summary, temporal accuracy is crucial when timing is the key factor for success, such as sprinting, playing an instrument, or intercepting a movement object.
Okay, that's all. Thank you for listening.